My book is Motivational Management, Inspire People for Maximum Performance. The author is Alexander Here. Now, the key themes of this book are these three. Motivation is not given, it is cultivated. And motivation needs supportive condition, the climate. And thirdly, organizational climate like respect, trust is very important in motivation. Now, sorry about that. The book summary. Oh, I'm sorry. Yeah. The major ideas in this book. No, but there are 4 of them I put there. There are more than that. Just to summarize them. Number 1, we could say that leadership shapes emotional and psychological climate. Motivation comes from meaning and purpose, not just reward. People perform best when they feel valued and they feel sense of belonging. Even our pets at home. When you see your dog, your cat, you show concern, they are very happy. How much more we human beings? The interesting story in this book, very shocking, very prevailing, very interesting. You can imagine a skilled team repeatedly miss deadlines. Why are they skilled when they are missing deadlines? It's obvious, isn't it? Or it's funny. Leaders shifted to collaborative check-ins. Employees felt micromanaged and disrupted. Then trust is improved when performance increased significantly. So, in any organization, trust is very important. That's one of the best organizational climates that everybody is looking for. Not reward, not incentives, but trust. You feel trusted. Then it motivates you to work effectively. Now, the core premise and purpose of this book is that employees already have intrinsic motivation, which is different from extrinsic motivation. That is, motivation within job satisfaction that they have is very important than the reward you give to them. And every leader needs to remove as many as possible obstacles and inspire confidence in their employees. Then you oppose command and control in your managerial style. Obviously, those are necessary at times, but there's need for you to use it at minimal level. Because if, remember McGregor theory X and Y, some need to be coerced, while some needs not to be coerced. So command and control are one of the functions of managers that need to be used at minimal level, depending on how you motivate your employee. Now, the structure of this book has 12 chapters. The first chapter is a synopsis of what the book entails. You know, how you are going to enjoy the book. What the book entails is chapter 1. So here I'm talking about chapter 2 to chapter 12, and I will give a broader view in the next slide. So chapter 2 is talking about creating positive performance environment. Chapter 3 and 4 talk about communication through motivation. Chapter 5 talk about performance through emotion. Chapter 6 talk about feedback as essential tools for motivating. Then chapter 8 to 11 are talking about the rewarding, how you reward effectively, while chapter 12 was talking about measuring motivational levels. Let's look at them in details, succinctly. Chapter 2 now. Here we are talking about leaders who manage or who influence intentionally. And remember, I made mention of organizational climate of trust, confidence, and so on. Climate affects motivation more than formal reward. To some people, they may say no, while some agree with this assertion. You know? Now, chapter 3 and 4, we are talking about influence of communication as a motivational tools Because communication is the wire, is a life wire of any organization. Effective communication, either vertical or horizontal, is very, very important in any organization. So you use open-ended questions. You should be a good listener. Give your employees listening ears. Connect to them. Trust what they are doing. All these things are written on chapter 3 and 4. Chapter 5, we are talking about emotion, which is very important. At times, as employee, you got trouble at home before you get to the office. But when you get to the office, you need someone who can encourage you, not somebody who can bully you in the office. You remember you are traumatized coming from home, and you get to work, you meet the same thing. It will be suicidal. So this is very important chapter inside that particular book, because when you arouse the emotion of employees, they perform optimally. They perform optimally. So chapter 6 was talking about work and opportunities, the challenges you are facing when you are working, and some opportunities. And here we have work must support employee growth. You know, overly easy task, boredomness, burnout, you have to figure it out. Then you balance in order to increase the engagement that is needed for one to balance. Chapter 7, feedback. In motivation, in organization rather, feedback is very important. Feedback. Like we always receive feedback when we're in class, when we submit your test, you see feedback. Like the almighty test we did yesterday, we got the result immediately, even though we are not pleased, and we just got it. And this is feedback we want. No matter what is feedback, the type of feedback, either negative or positive, you need feedback. So, under the feedback, we are talking about praise, effort, and progress, not just outcomes. No, you are not conscious about product, but people. Some managers are product-oriented. Everything is to achieve target. They are not interested in the people who are producing it. You know, in the subsequent slide, you will see one of the motivational theories of my interest, what it says and how I value that. Chapter 8, you need to remove every demotivators. Every demotivators need to be removed, except you do not want to achieve in any organization. Leadership must identify and eliminate, you see, workplace toxins. That is, if environment is so toxic, you will not have sense of belonging, you will not have job satisfaction, you will just be there like a statue. So leaders must be able to look at this and correct it. Chapter 9, transforming attitude. Attitude is very, very important. Your thinking faculty, your positivity is very, very important. You align your personal goal with the organizational goal is also very, very what? Important. Then you correct yourself, you are responsible. You show every sense of responsibility. If you have a mistake, own up to your mistake and apologize. If you are not, don't do that. So these are very important in organizational setup. And chapter 10 and 11, individual motives and incentive profile. People are motivated differently, which you all agree with me. Match recognition strategies to individual values and goals. And finally, chapter 12 there, we are talking about job motivation level inventory and these fact changes, then measurement, support, continuous motivation, improvement. Now, linking this book to what happened in this course, there are some important phrases resonate with me in this course. These are listed in that blue color there. And how this book addresses it is also listed there. I can't read line by line because I've been showing time now. So that is very, very important to tell you that this book is very, very germane to this course we are doing, especially the aspect of human resource management. We did a lot, the lecturer taught us a lot about this in a couple of weeks. You know, the tests provide practical tools for feedback, communication, coaching, and morale building. So this is very important. Then my take from this book, because that book really impressed me, I really like the book. My takes are listed here, especially the aspect of Positive emotional environment fuel performance. I love that. Positive emotional environment fuel performance. And when you look at it, inspiring, skill-aligned tasks unleash drive and creativity. So, in my final summary, I will read this one quickly because it's my final summary of the book. Yes, people want to succeed. Managers unlock motivation. Most people aspire to perform their jobs effectively. They can make better use of guidance and encouragement. Then finally, this book shows how to encourage each employee's innate drive, take note, innate drive to succeed, to build commitment, competency, and productivity. And finally, colleagues, this is a quote from Ed Mayer, my favorite quote in human relation management, which is talking about we invest heavily in servicing our machines to improve output, but often neglect the people who run them. You agree with me that? You say you invest a lot. Oh, I want clean output. I want best thing. But what of the individual who are pressing the machine? You think they will not, because machine cannot serve itself, somebody must go there to press. So this is what really interesting me in the book entirely. Thank you so much. Those are the references.